Golf to the average fan may look simple, but for those of you who have played the game, can understand that it often tests your mind, body, and most likely your patience. Luckily for the student athletes here at the University of Florida, they have someone who can mentor, teach, and guide them through those challenges. Since 1988, Florida head golf coach Buddy Alexander has molded good players into great players and has done it through class and a determination to be the best. Since golf is all about your final score, let's take a closer look at Coach Alexander's scorecard. 31 professional players, 32 All-Americans, 58 All-American honors, 67 tournament medalists, and 72 All-Conference honors. Coach Alexander has led Florida to 2 national championships, one in 1993 and another in 2001. The Orange and Blue have also won 8 SEC titles under Coach Alexander, and he's been named SEC Coach of the Year 7 times. He has also coached 7 SEC Players of the Year, 6 SEC Freshman of the Year, 7 SEC Individual Champions, and an Arnold Palmer and Ben Hogan Award recipient. Much of Alexander's ability to relate to his players comes from the fact that he too had a successful playing career. He was a 2-time All-American as a collegiate player and went on to win the 1986 U.S. Amateur Championship. He was a member of the World Cup team and competed in the 1987 Masters.
Well, I think if you've played at a high level, it's easier to relate to a young man. I mean, if you're trying to teach a kid how to breathe correctly and make a 5-foot putt to win a big golf tournament and you've never done it, how do you know? If you've been there and you've done it, I think it helps you as a teacher. And then obviously if you've been there and you've done it, then I think from a respect standpoint, the kids are maybe a little more apt to listen closely.
Coach Alexander also pushes his athletes to not only be the best on the links, but in the classroom as well. There have been over 80 Gators that have earned academic all-conference honors, and in 2010 and 2011, he coached the SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year.
In my opinion, academics is actually number one. Most guys are coming into the program and they're thinking, well, you know, golf's the most important thing in the world, and you know, I have to sort of push them in a little bit different direction, but that's okay, it's part of growing up.
On the course, Coach Alexander has created a high standard of excellence. The Gators currently have the nation's longest streak of 13 consecutive NCAA championship appearances and have qualified for the NCAAs in 25 of Alexander's 26 years.
Our goals are pretty similar every year. We'd like to win as many tournaments as we can in the regular season. We'd like to win the SEC championship, and we'd like to at least get to the match play portion of the NCAA tournament. If we can get to the match play portion, pretty much anything can happen.
Listening closely is exactly what his players have done. Alexander has coached 24 professional players, including 8 former Gators that have won professional events. He has proven that he is not only a great coach, but also a fantastic mentor to his players.
You know, he just wants the best out of any player he has on his team, whether it means they get to the PGA Tour or whether it means they're successful in other parts of life. You know, he just is a great person, and he is by far the greatest golf coach that's ever lived in my mind. I don't think there's anybody better, and I don't think there will be anybody better, just the knowledge he has.
Because of Buddy, I think that I've been able to achieve a lot more out of my game than I ever would have. I think he gave me the direction and the tutelage that I needed at a young age. I certainly wasn't the most mature kid at 18, 19 years old, and he helped me out unbelievably.
I've learned so much over the years through Buddy. He has so much knowledge about the game, and you know, so I still go back to him now when I'm running into tough times.
Throughout Buddy Alexander's nearly 3 decades as head golf coach in Gainesville, he has proven that he develops players mentally and physically for golf tournaments, but also for future obstacles that they will face throughout their whole life.
Well, you know, obviously I take a lot of pride in all of my kids. You know, I've had some very successful people come out of my program that are not playing professional golf, and I take a lot of pride in that as well. But obviously I'm a golf coach, so you know, I pay very close attention to what my guys do after college as a professional, and you do take a lot of pride in it.
Since 1988, head coach Buddy Alexander has mentored his players on and off the course and developed them into champions in the game of life. For Gator Zone, I'm Kyle Benzion.